Hey everyone, my name is Cody Bourne, and I'm joined by Isaac Wooden, and we're building Pathfinder. Pathfinder is a human-focused interface for discovering and interacting with on-chain applications. It uses natural language conversation to help users express their intent, and multi-party computation to provide users with a seamless and secure onboarding experience. Most people don't use crypto today due to its complexity. The terminology is confusing and intimidating. The setup process is slow and cumbersome, and every application has a different user experience. Pathfinder is an all-in-one social onboarding tool that meets users where they are. When a user joins a community, they can quickly spin up and fund a wallet or connect to an existing one. Pathfinder uses an LLM to help users understand how things work and makes it simple to send transactions. We introduce a specialized language for representing smart contracts to empower users to construct a wide variety of transaction types and intuitively understand what's going on.
Pathfinder is focused on crypto communities. Communities face multiple challenges when growing their user base, from educating potential new users on what your project is all about to easing the wallet creation and funding experience. Pathfinder can be heavily customized by communities to answer common questions about the project and allow transaction formation for actions relevant to your protocol. Wallet creation and funding can be customized depending on the level of expertise of your community members. Finally, the look and feel of the Pathfinder bot can be customized to fit in seamlessly with your community's aesthetic.
A little bit about the team. So both Isaac and I have spent over 6 years as software engineers in the crypto space, working on a number of different projects. I started my career at Microsoft working on the identity and blockchain team. I led the identity team at Settle Labs, and most recently I was an advisor for Capsule, which is an MPC wallet project.
For myself, I'm also a software engineer, also got my start at Microsoft. I was there for 5 years, the majority of it on the blockchain team, where I had the pleasure of working with Cody. Since then, I've been the head of wallet infrastructure at Bittrex, and more recently, I was a founding engineer at Contribution Labs, where we worked on Mint Kudos, an NFT accreditation platform, and Dform, which is like a Web3 alternative for Typeform. We're interested in hearing from you. If you know of or are involved with a community that you think could benefit from Pathfinder, please reach out. We're still in the early stage, and community feedback is very important to help us shape our roadmap. If you're interested in signing up for the beta launch, we'd also love to get your feedback and get you on the waitlist. Scan the QR code here or use our website, signup.pathfinder.chat, to get in touch.
Thank you, and we'll take some questions.
Thanks, Cody and Isaac. I loved your guys' founder picture. Let's go straight into Q&A. First question, can you talk a bit about defensibility for Pathfinder given the proliferation of all these AI tools?
Yeah, that's a great question. So when we think about the defensibility and adoption, first we'd like to grow a network, so making it really easy for different projects to onboard to Pathfinder. And then once we have that network, essentially we have this social graph of different social accounts to addresses, and we can use that to make it really easy to transact between different users. So if you want to send a user a tip or you want to delegate your votes to another user, being able to resolve a Discord or Telegram handle to an address is a really cool feature. And essentially we can build this network effect by having the social graph.
On that point for acquisition, someone asked, what's your plan for acquiring crypto communities?
That is a great question. So given that we've been in the crypto space for so long, we naturally have a network of different projects that we have built up this personal trust. So we're starting there. Obviously, throwing this in front of your community is it requires some trust in the product. And so once we have that trust, then we can grow it. And we envision this to be more of like a self-service product at the end of the day. But of course, initially it starts with more of these manual hand-holding integrations with various DAOs and projects.
How cumbersome are those integrations? If a community wanted to integrate Pathfinder right now, what would it entail?
So I think in terms of integrations, we're still in the very early stages of determining what that's going to look like. This is why we're interested in speaking with communities to see what types of features and customizations are most important to them. That being said, we're imagining a very easy way, perhaps a web interface where someone can, for example, train the LLM and give them additional educational materials so that the bot can have sensible conversations with users and help them get onboarded, as well as mentioned in the presentation, a specific language for transactions, on-chain actions, that communities can leverage in order to allow users to easily interact with their protocols and projects.
We have time for about 2 or 3 more questions. So the first one is, what sorts of AI and cryptographic primitives are you using under the hood? And can you go deeper into that decision-making process?
Yeah, so we're using OpenAI's platform for the LLM. Important to note is that LLMs are obviously not perfect. They hallucinate. We don't want to put them in charge of everything. So we essentially have a very strictly guardrailed portion of the solution that's just responsible for converting human language into this more like specialized language, which you can kind of think of it as somewhere between human and machine language. And then this other language can then translate directly into transaction types. And so it's really just that the LLM's responsibility is that first part. And another important thing is to the context of the usage matters a lot. So rather than having a single LLM responsible for everything, we can have multiple, one maybe for education and one for this transaction translation. So they become a little bit more specialized. And then the one that's dedicated for this transaction specification is very tightly locked down. And then a little bit on the wallet side, we're starting out incorporating Capsule Wallet, which is a fantastic MPC solution. It allows the user to still have a self-custody while have self-custody over the wallet while having the frictionless experience of being able to easily sign transactions from Discord. The way that works is there's this key that's split up, one key that exists on the user's device within their hardware enclave, and then one key that we custody, and then another key that Capsule custodies. And so we envision a world where it starts out with this really easy onboarding experience, but you can, of course, bring your own wallet.
Thanks for that thorough answer. Last question. From your view, what are the main priorities of NFT communities right now?
Cody, do you want to take this one?
Sure. So I wouldn't say that I have in-depth knowledge of what these NFT communities are prioritizing right now, aside just growing the adoption of their NFTs. I've seen a lot of really interesting NFT projects, especially around the utility of being able to gatekeep access to your community, and using it more of a membership token rather than just maybe in 2020 and 2021 we saw a lot of people just collecting it for the sake of artwork. And so I think when we tap into more of the utility, then these types of tools and platforms that can interoperate well with these utility features, I think will be really important.
Great. Thanks so much, Cody and Isaac. This was great.